Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Panthers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So Air Force's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy, probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
Went to the running game on first down, now second down. He'll ride his man on the option. Got the first down and more. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The stress that a guy who can run that fast puts on a defense, even if it's a pass play, he has them on edge all the time.
Oh, the D coordinator. This guy gives them nightmares every night leading up to this game, because if you don't have people accounting for him and your eyes go to the wrong place or someone's out of position, that dude is gone.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. He couldn't connect on that 54-yard field goal attempt, and now they'll have it 1st and 10 from the 37. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
He's got it inside the 15. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Panthers want to crank the tempo. In the red area, it's Brock. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They feed him again. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Touchdown, Georgia State. And they break the seal on the scoring.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. The Falcons will call on their punt team.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Quick strike complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This offense has a 2nd down play.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The give to the fullback. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it, offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Here comes the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. On the move, it's Hayes. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Falcons will punt this one away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. He'll pull it on the read. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Motion from the offense. Off the play fake.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. This Georgia State offense ready to go with another 1st down. He's going to let it go. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. Coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia State will send out the punt unit.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
That's why they love to feed this senior running back. He'll find those extra yards. They'll run the option. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down.
That's a really good job in the decision-making there in the quarterback run in the option game. He is a threat in this rushing attack. Defensively, you can't just be keying on fullbacks. You can't just be keying on tailbacks. You've got to have your eyes on the quarterback, knowing that at any given play, he can keep it and take off.
Showing off the arms. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Line getting set on 2nd down. On the option. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Give to the fullback. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. The Falcons have pushed it inside the 20. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. The option look. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Floats it out in space. And there's going to be a loss on that play. Just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Give him 6. Touchdown, Air Force.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's perfect. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Wide open downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Brock. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They want to just keep throwing it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They're setting up the screen. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Georgia State jumps back to the line. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback. And they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this. Get in the sack. Rattle this guy as much as you can. As many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Takes it on the return. Quick step and go. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Colorado Springs.
Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Panthers headed quickly to the line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Touchdown, Panthers. And that one will give them the lead.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And the Falcons get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got enough for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll power it inside with the fullback. And now on second down for this offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. On the option. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. They'll run the option. He'll keep it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Now on the option. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Falcons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And here comes the offense on second down. Goes to the option. Look out, he's got room. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Falcons have it with a first and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need one more yard. Here comes the option. And he'll find the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons!
Nice job on third and goal. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. The physicality, the offensive line doing a great job. And the fullback gets the handoff right up the gut, takes it downhill, uses his power, and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Number 97, set to advance on the football.
And he's going to try to return this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points there, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired. And
I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle. Now on first down from the 30.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the fourth, all tied up. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Now the play fake. Caught close to the marker, it's Bush. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. That pickup might be best measured in inches rather than yards. Not a lot of running room there. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Pocket starts to collapse. They've got the screen set up. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. possession. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise, you can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll run the option. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Runs through a tackle. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter to take the lead, they just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast. And you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter, and I think all eyes are going to be on.
Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. He might not be the fastest runner. That doesn't mean he is a reluctant runner. It worked out well there.
And I like that because I need a running threat from whoever's back there. You got to be willing to tuck the football, take off, and go chew up yardage. Otherwise, it makes it very predictable and very easy for a defense if you're not willing to do that.
They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. Getting late, pressure building, huge 3rd down coming up on the road for this offense. They'll run play action. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And guys, we are deadlocked here in the final period. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. The give to the big fullback. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Hayes. On the move, he fires. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. He's going to pass. Shoots it to the left. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense calls a quick timeout there. Perhaps a little confusion about what call they were in. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The give to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they have surged on top here in the final 2 minutes.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job right here late in the fourth quarter. They put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? They get the stop, they win this game.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. David, they had to settle for a field goal last time.
Yeah, they moved the ball down the field, Jesse. Just couldn't put it in the end zone in that red area where they needed to be a little bit more efficient.
I think they just got to do a little better job of executing on this drive, and let's see if they can punch it in for 6 this time.
Going up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Brock. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He's back to throw on 2nd down. He makes the connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll try to get it through the air. They're bringing heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. This team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.